doing free readings. Okay, well, we're live. All right, we're going to do a reading. Let's get it going. Got the Page of Wands. What else we got here? The Ace of Swords. What else do we got here? The Eight of Discs. All right. So initially, I'm kind of getting the feeling that you feel brand new, like you have a new thought. And what do we got here? Venus in Libra and Virgo and Venus, or Venus and Virgo. So a lot of Venusian energy. So it might be time to really get in touch with your vanity. Maybe get your nails done, feel new and pagey from getting your hair done or your nails, and go take care of yourself, but do it in an organized way. Maybe you want to take off the old nails. Might be getting a little bit old. Get a new color. I'm also kind of getting the feeling that it'd be good to kind of align your chakras with your thinking patterns and realize that that without that alignment, there isn't any really substance to anything, really. Sarah, what are you picking up? Hi, welcome. We're doing tarot readings. Just like and subscribe to the channel. Throw your question up in the chat. We're just having fun. This is Tarot of the Holy Light, but I think I might get my usual deck out. My name is Nicholas, for any new subscribers or new viewers. I'm the Tarot, or my name is the Tarot Authority. Hello, how's it going? Welcome. We're doing tarot readings. Just like and subscribe the video. Throw your question up in the chat. Hello. Hello, hello. Shuffling up the deck here. You got the video. Subscribe to the channel and like the video. So as soon as I see a thumbs up, we'll get it going. It's not a game, it's actually tarot cards. So this is a deck called Tarot of the Holy Light. But I'm about to get out my regular deck. This was a very special deck. The woman took alchemical images from various historic books and put them all together. Super cool deck. It's called Tarot of the Holy Light. There's a couple different editions right now. I believe this is the second. It's a super nice deck, actually. It's on woven paper, so you probably can't see it. Actually, you kind of can. The cards are like, it's almost like woven cotton. Super nice cardstock. But if you have a question, I'd be more than happy to answer it for you. See that you like the video. Does anybody have a question they want to ask or anything? I mean, I could just get going too. Let's see what we got here. We got the Sun. Okay. Hello, Cindy. Got the Four of Wands. King of Cups. All right. So initially, I'm kind of thinking that it might be time to celebrate your little wins in life and to fall back on these strong masculine figures that you've got going on. The stones, we've got the smoky quartz, we've got a rose quartz, and we've got an amethyst, and those are all towers. So yeah, gather your life energy and see yourself possibly growing day by day, and celebrate those little wins. And I want you to celebrate them with the masculine energy, those strong masculine forces that you have going on are, that you might know of. There might be a strong masculine figure in your life. It might be a good time to unveil yourself to the potential of any new journeys, right? So we have the young boy, he's naked, that represents transparency, unveiling oneself. And we also have the white horse, so it represents adventure, moving outward and onward, right? So essentially, celebrate any new journeys or any new paths that you can potentially take, right? So in this card, we see celebration. Some people say it's a wedding. And fours usually represent stability, right? So a square, it's a very stable shape, right? Where houses are built on a square shape, rectangle shape, so it inherently represents stability. So this new path that is going to become unveiled to you is going to be a very stable path. And it might be good to talk to strong masculine figures. So see what other people say about this new journey. That's key to this path that you're going to go on, which is going to be very important, right? See here that there are harvested fruits. So this new journey that you're going to go on is going to be very fruitful. There's a very positive reading. There's nothing negative about this reading. It's very, very positive, right? So does anybody have any questions? What are Brian's thoughts about you? I got you, Cindy. I got you. All right, first question of the night. Make sure that you subscribe to the channel and turn on the bell. All right, Cindy, here we go. What are Brian's thoughts about Cindy? Cindy. Okay, all right. Okay, Brian is planning for Cindy. There might be some things you have to conquer together, but you're going to want to do it in a nourishing way. There's not going to be anything quite perfect. We see here the lion. So the lion basically represents a problem, but you're going to have to nourish the problem. And you're going to have to bind your desires in a way that works together, right? And you're going to have to find the life power in both of your plans to come forward. And you guys have to understand that plan. And it's also good to take charge in that plan, right? Sometimes we have to essentially move forward for both of us, or both people. All right, Joe, you're out of here. And thank you guys. I appreciate you guys. So yeah, just take charge, make some plans with Brian, and bind your desires together. Make sure that you guys are moving forward as one unit. I see Brian might be kind of a strong person, strong-minded, strong-willed. So that's very good. Let's get one more card. Oh, I got the Lovers. So there's definitely some type of binding force between you guys. And I only see good things happening. So Brian is there for you. Brian is definitely there for you. Yeah, so I hope that helps. Okay, let's get this next question. Just like and subscribe to the video. I got you. Let's see. What's this next one? So Cindy, are you done? Okay. Retracted message. That's fine. Valencia. Does Diego still remember me? He's on my campus crush and we are not close. Okay. Yeah, if you want him to remember you, it's going to be hard work, and it's going to kind of be it might break your heart in the end. So, uh, yeah, you're going to have to work for him to remember you, and there might be some battles on the way, unfortunately, and some sorrow, right? So be very careful about how you do this remembrance with Diego. Um, Here we have people practicing or kind of in a gridlock, so it might be best to take it slow, right? And be very careful about that. All right, hope that helps, Valencia. Yeah, so you're gonna have to work for that. Be prepared for some heartbreak, unfortunately, if things don't go well, and he might kind of fight you on it. All right, how will my academic life continue? My English is very limited, so I would be happy if you explain it clearly and simply. Thank you in advance. Okay, how is my academic life going to continue? Let's get these cards out here. You're welcome, Valencia. I hope it works out for you. Okay. Man, I've been getting the strength a lot. All right. So, your academic life, I'm getting the feeling that a lot of things are against you right now. Okay, a lot of things are going against you, right? We have one person and all these other people kind of poking at them. So that's difficult. And you are going to have to go into some battles with your academic life. There might be some things you're going to have to face that are not great, okay? There's going to be a lot of hardship, but you're going to have to be strong through that hardship, okay? Stay strong through these academic trials and tribulations, right? Because you have things that are against you. Not everything is for you. And you might have to take charge and just go, all right? Have a lot of willpower behind this. I do see a spiritual awakening, or some type of awakening if you can get through all this hardship. Okay, and there's gonna be like a binding of the old way and a new way, and a door's gonna open, and you're gonna become even stronger from that. Okay, so just keep going down the path, keep going, and everything's gonna work out just fine for you. All right, does Omar... Okay, he liked your photo. It's an arranged marriage proposal. Okay, Asha, can you give me an exact question? No problem, Diane. No problem. Can you rephrase the question, Asha? Okay, what did he think of the photo? Okay, that makes more sense. My dad sent his dad the photo. What does he think of it? I think that he liked it. I mean, we have the Ace of Cups up here, so that's a really great sign for things that are emotional. I think that he ultimately sees this arranged marriage working out, right? So we have a person overlooking others, which is a really great sign, and that's kind of what it sounds like for your father, kind of the two dads working together and weaving themselves together. So whenever we have a wreath, it represents kind of like the weaving of multiple different forces, multiple different things coming together. This is a work card, right? So we have somebody working here. And we have the Ace of Cups, which is the new outset of emotional or of an emotional journey. Just be patient, right? If he hasn't responded yet, just be patient. I feel like that might be the work that's happening. There's a lot of, with patience, there's work, right? So to be patient is difficult at times, and it takes work to be patient. So essentially, I feel like this is going to turn out well. You just have to wait, okay? So that's what I've got for you. Let's do another question. Yes, KX Zay, you can have a free reading. All you have to do is like the video and subscribe to the channel. That's all you got to do. You're welcome. Yeah, being patient is really hard. It takes a lot of work, okay? All right. Ileana, do you have a question? Or KX? Was Camilio trying to initiate something sexual when we were in the car together? Does he have a crush on me, and why? All right, so it sounds like there's two different questions here. It sounds like, was Emilio trying to initiate something? And then, does he have a crush? And why? Well, I'll answer the first question, and then if somebody else doesn't give us another question by then, okay. Okay, all right, so we already have another question. So what I'm going to do, KX, is answer the first part, and then I'm going to get around to the reels question. Okay. All right. So I think that, I think Camilio was honestly moving a little too fast for you, and you felt that. He was really trying to have a good time, trying to, have a, how do I say this appropriately? He was trying to enjoy his body and your body, and basically how I'm interpreting this is the Ten of Pentacles usually has to do with like the ending of something earthy, right? Or like a solidification of the material world in a way that creates long-lasting pleasure, right? So that ultimately could mean, if you were kind of getting the feeling that he was trying to sleep with you in the car, that might mean like a memory or something, right? And this person here, it looks like he's like stealing something, right? Or trying to get away with something. And he may have been trying to steal something from you that you weren't ready to give, if that makes any sense, right? It could be a memory, it could be a thought, it could be, that encounter. And it may have been a little too fast for you. It may have been a little too fast, and that's okay. That's completely okay. So yeah, I'm kind of getting the feeling that he was trying to make some moves on you, and I guess you might have just not been ready for it. So we're gonna move on to the reels question. All right. Should I invest this coming week to apply for financial aid for college? Yes. I'm going to just say yes. I am also in college, and what was he trying to steal? Sometimes guys kind of are a little bit shisty, and they only think about their bodies, if you know what I'm saying. Yes, the real you should invest this coming week and apply for financial aid. It's very easy if you've done your taxes. So I will tell you that I'm on financial aid myself. So I will tell you it's super easy. Just get your taxes done, and all you have to do is put in your information from your taxes, and they basically just take the information from there and transfer it over. But if you haven't done them, if you haven't done your taxes, then it's going to be really hard. Okay, so the real also wanted to know about their spiritual life. So I'll just give the real a couple cards, then we'll come back. I haven't been up on your channel for some time. Yeah, man. Well, you're always welcome. Your spiritual life. I'm going to say it's time to kind of focus on the material world and do some planning, right? So these people are planning. We have the plans here. And then we also have the balance of somebody that is great sharing with others. Because we have 2 pentacles, it's definitely more in the earthy world. Okay. So I feel like this has to do with that FAFSA form, the real. So just spend that time. And I almost feel like this is the government, and then this is like you asking for the funds to do something good with yourself. So I feel like these two kind of tie in, right? These 2 questions tie in. And it's a great time to just sit down and get done all that paperwork you needed to do. So yeah, I'm going to encourage you to do your FAFSA, or if you haven't done your taxes, do them. Unfortunately, if you haven't done the taxes, it's going to be really hard to fill out that FAFSA form. And if you do the taxes, it's going to take a few weeks for them to catch up with you, or at least the IRS. So just be mindful about that. I'm not saying it's impossible, but it's just difficult. Yes, good. That's important. It's important to serve humanity. Yep, only good vibes. Occasionally we'll get some bad vibes, but it's okay. Just ignore them. I'm going to answer KX's other part of her question because she really had 2 or 3 questions. KX, are you still here, KXZ? Oh, thanks, Real. Thank you, the Real. We appreciate you. I appreciate you. KX, are you still here? If not, we're going to do another question. Whoever gets one up first. I don't mind asking, I don't mind any repeat questions or anybody that's been hanging out with us for a minute. Yeah? Okay, you want it, KX? Are you good? I don't mind. We can do that second part. Just put a... Was he... That's what I was trying to get at, KX. That's what I was trying to get at. I was trying to tell you. He was thinking with his body. He wasn't thinking with his mind. That's what I was trying to tell you. All right, this is for KX, this other part. We got to get this out there. All right. Yup, there we go. We got that Knight of Swords again, that rushing in, right? And I feel like this is you. Hang on, I'm getting a look from my significant other. All right, I feel like this is you, right? Trying to stay balanced with yourself. And, oh, Flying Monkey. Yeah, throw up the question, Flying Monkey. Flying Monkey. That's so funny. Yeah, I feel like this is you trying to stay balanced, and then this is, what was his name? Camilio. This is Camilio trying to rush into things you're not ready for, and this is kind of you standing your ground, right? So they're facing each other. You're standing your ground. You want to stay balanced. And this is Emilio, because this same Knight showed up in the last reading. So yeah, Flying Monkey. Yeah, just throw it up in the chat. No holds barred here, Flying Monkey. It's all good. All I ask is that you subscribe and like the video. That's all I ask. Hang on 1 second. I'm going to adjust the light. Okay, let's get this question going. Flying Monkey, am I going to lighten the F up anytime soon? All right, yeah, I think we all could use a little bit of that advice sometimes. We all could lighten up a little bit. All right, what do we got here? Okay. Yep. All right. So I see you, the only way you're going to lighten up is if you either listen to others or you take charge, right? And essentially, you're going to have to align yourself with the divine. You're going to have to really want it. So roses in the tarot represent desire. So you're going to have to really, really, really align your desires with your higher mind. So your higher mind's telling you to lighten up, okay? Now, this represents spiritual ascension or a solidification of something in divination. You have to really let your old self go if you want this new lightening up to occur. Now, it's difficult because what happens is in our lives is that we try to adjust ourselves, right? Now, what happens is that the universe will adjust around you at the same time, and you might have products of this adjustment that don't always jive with the way that we saw things. So say I want to wake up in the morning and stretch every morning. Yeah, okay, well, now that stretching is going to cause something else in my life to kind of become out of whack. So just be ready for that. Be ready for that. It might be good to listen to others, right? Or take charge of others at the same time to lighten up. You might have to see other people's hardships to be able to lighten up, right? Sometimes when we observe other people, we say, hey, I don't have it that bad. I need to let go a little bit. So, yeah, I mean, you have the power, my friend. Just you have to align yourself with that higher state of mind and the higher state of being for this to happen. All right. Question from Sean. What is the universe trying to tell me today with everything going on? Tara Waves question mark. Okay. So what's the universe trying to tell you with everything going on? We all have a lot going on, Sean. I feel that there, man. Okay. Okay. So the universe is trying to tell you that you have a new opportunity on the way, and that new opportunity is purely physical. It might seem like a bad dream right now. You might have to wake up and smell the roses of reality, but you do have a lot going on for you right now. Yeah, you have to kind of ride the way. Yeah, you just have to wake up from the bad dream. We've got a lot of action going on right now. Okay, hang on. Sorry, guys. I really want you to focus on what you have already started to build for yourself. So you have a lot going on and you put in a lot of work, but it might be time to just watch it grow too. And that might be what's going on here. You need your car fixed. Yeah. So there's something in your life that you've already started that you can actually have bounty from. So I want you to take a step back, Sean, and see if there's anything that you can, how do I say this? That you can prosper off of that you already have going for you. I'm kind of getting the feeling that you have everything that you need right now. You just kind of need to take a step back and look from an objective point of view and see if there's anything that you can sell, anything that you can, any extra work that you can do. All the tools are already there. You just kind of have to, yep. So I'm thinking this has to do with the trade. It might feel kind of bad in the moment, but you can always get things back. Things are just things, right? They're impermanent. We're all eventually going to let our things go eventually. All right. So we've got quite a bit of action going on here. All right. So let's move on to Christina's question. Make sure to like and subscribe, and I'd be happy to answer any questions. What is Lee's current thoughts and feelings towards me now? All right. So we're doing a reading for Christina about Lee. All right, this is exciting. Getting some love questions. Always love the love questions. And then we'll do Bronwyn's question. All right. Been feeling energy on your left side. Okay. Hope that's a good energy. All right, what are Lee's feelings? I think Lee has some feelings. He wants to create something with you. He has to let something go, though, and he feels bound to it right now. He kind of feels tight. He might be in his thoughts. He might honestly be looking too inward, and he might have bound himself up by himself, right? So Is there any type of thought patterns that are keeping him back, right? He has to be willing to let them go so a new dawn can arise. We have this rising sun in the background, right? And the clouds are parting, but he is too in his thoughts, right? He wants to take action. He wants something with you, with your feminine energy, okay? There's that, but he has to let something go, unfortunately. Really try to dig down with Lee and see if there's anything that you can help him move on from. Is he spiritually bound up? Is he bound up in his thoughts? Is he bound up in his intuition? Is he bound up in his reasoning skills? I'm kind of thinking it's his thoughts, right? We have a lot of swords here, and those represent intellect. So his thinking patterns are a little bit circular right now, and you might need to try to break him free from that, right? Because he's bound up. He's all tied up, right? So I hope that helps a little bit. All right, we're going to move on to Bronwyn's question now. And then I see you, Christina. If you put a question in the chat, I'll get to it. We're actually only at Bronwyn's question right now, so if you put the question up, we'll answer it. When is my husband getting out of the hospital? That's a hard one. That's a tough one. All right. Good. I'm glad that you resonate with it. Makes me happy. Makes me happy. All right, so we're going to answer Bronwyn's question. Thank you. Appreciate you. We're getting a lot of good vibes tonight. That's good. We had one bad egg, but that's okay. He left. I kicked him out. Oh, man. All right, Bronwyn, here we go. When is he going to get out? I see a long road ahead. I feel like he's right at the beginning of his journey, but it's going to happen eventually. It's probably going to happen in an earth sign, so I think we're looking at Capricorn, Virgo. What's the other one? Capricorn, Virgo. Sorry, I'm just drawing a blank. Any earth sign. Any earth sign. It's going to be a long road ahead of him, though. I'm sorry. Taurus, thank you, Bronwyn. Yeah. So, unfortunately, he's just at the beginning of his journey. It's going to take a while. They might find something new. The doctors might have a new idea to get him out a little bit sooner. Right? We've got this Ace of Swords, an initial thought. But we also have the Page to the King. So that's a complete journey. Now, I would have said that would have been soon, but the Page showed up with the King. So that represents like an evolution of sorts through the material world. He is eventually going to heal, so stay strong in that idea, right? I'm going to say probably either in the next 3 months or, I don't know, 6 months. It's going to be in an earth sign, though, so stay ready for that. I hope that helps. Bad eggs. I know. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Yeah. Well, let's get one more. Another earth sign. Yep. I would say hang on to the wealth that you guys have built together right now. Don't give anything away. Clench onto it. You're really going to want to hang on to it. The ride's going to be bumpy. So just do some financial planning coming up here, and I think everything's going to be fine. Kind of stand on your ground, you know. So that's what I got for you, Bronwyn. I know that wasn't very clear, but I'm kind of getting the feeling it's going to be an earth sign when he comes home. So yeah, that's a tough one. The tarot doesn't really tell you when, but it can give you insight into other things. At least, at least that's how I feel about the girl. I know there might be some other people that don't feel differently, but that's just how I feel. All right, let's get another question out there, people. Welcome, welcome. Place a question in the chat. If not, I could just do a general read. I might do this for like another 20 minutes and log off. Yep, 3 months. Then Monday they said next week. Then today they said they don't know. Yeah. Okay, good. I'm glad that the reading was on track. That makes me happy. That makes me happy. It's all good then. All good. Stay positive, you know. Send them good thoughts. They might have a new idea soon. Maybe they'll give them a special treatment or something. You never know. I mean, you have to remember that Ace of Swords was up there. So it could be a new treatment, a new thought, right? The doctors have. I kept when I saw that Ace of Swords, I was like, that's the doctors right there. They're gonna try something new. So that's kind of what I was thinking. Anybody want to put a question in the chat? Well, let's just do a general read for all of us here. Got Temperance. It's a very strong card. Okay, very good cards here. You're gonna have to find support in whatever you're trying to court. So I feel like we're all trying to court something right now. We're all trying to get something, and we're gonna have to find that that support we need, right? So this is like our spirit guides or just general support characters in our life. Okay, and essentially we're gonna have to get in touch with our emotional sides. And when that happens, the support that we need is gonna arise. Okay. And you're going to want to take it slow with this emotional creativity, this emotional support and guidance. Might also be a good time to dip our feet in the waters of consciousness and pull out anything we need to know from our inner selves. Stay illuminated, keep your crown chakra open, allow any thoughts to come in, but make sure that they are synchronized with your emotions, right? We're always in a dichotomy of thoughts and emotion. So, yeah. All right. What's your question, KX? Oh, thank you, Bronwyn. Yeah, I'm not feeling completely on my game tonight, but that's okay. I'm gonna go do a meditation here in a second. Is Camilio trying to get me pregnant? That, that's a really tough question on purpose. Okay, so, all right. I feel like this is a one card. I feel like this is a one card reading. And I don't think that answered it for me. Okay, we got the devil here. I'm going to say yes. There's some malicious intent here on Camilio's part. It might be in your best interest to stay away from Camilio. This guy just sounds like this guy sounds like he's in it for the fun. He just wants that bodily pleasure. Why? Because he wants bodily pleasure. He just wants to feel drunk on the material world. Now you see, the devil is a deceiver, and there's nothing lower than the devil, so there's always a way up. I'm going to really try to encourage you to tell Emilio to go to church and kind of look in the mirror, because I don't think Emilio has your best interest in mind. It kind of sounds like you guys are super young, and I'm going to tell you, getting pregnant while you're young is probably one of the worst decisions you can make. So just be really mindful and uh, don't dance with the devil. What is he trying to do? He's trying to have fun with you. He's trying to just indulge in his bodily in his body. What's on his mind? All right, you know what? There's nothing good that's going to come of this. I didn't make this up. The cards literally said the devil then death. So I'm gonna encourage you to kind of move on from Camilio. So yeah, it's time for a change, girlfriend. It's just time. So you guys are gonna have to purify your desires together if you're really gonna try to stay with each other. Yeah. So make sure that this is really what. Make sure that his intentions are pure, because I'm kind of getting the feeling it's like completely for bodily, liquidation almost. Yeah. Yeah. It's time for a change. Let Camilio go, or you're really gonna have to watch him and make sure that the choices that you guys are gonna make, or he wants to make for you, are in your best interest or in your guys' highest good. Because right now you guys are sitting pretty low. It's time for a change, right? Yeah, yeah, oh yeah, you don't want to end up in rehab. Flying monkeys on the same page. Uh, if you get pregnant, he's going to leave you. Well, I'm gonna say don't get pregnant, right? Um, that's kind of what this devil card is saying. Like, this dude is just trying to fulfill his bodily desires, and you got to see what's really going on. All right, so all of these cards, they have a Hebrew letter attached to them, and the devil is ayin, so that means the eye. You have to open up your eyes and really see what's going on. This dude is just trying to fulfill his material desires, and there's nothing practical about getting pregnant. There's nothing practical about having a child, super young, without it being extremely planned out, right? I mean, I'm 31 years old, and I have no plans on getting anybody pregnant anytime soon. It's just not practical. I mean, unless you're independently wealthy and can really afford something like that, that's why we got death. Death ultimately means a change, and to purify your desires through that change, right? This is some serious stuff. This also represents watching the work that um, you've reaped. Looking at the things that you've done and emotionally connecting with them. So I don't see anything good coming of this. I think you gotta change things up. All right, what do we got going on here? Let's get a new question. I want to move on from that one. No one puts one up, I might log out for the night. Yeah, I don't see anything good coming of Camilio. I'm sorry. Sorry, friend. Let's get another just general read. Might be done. Oh, interesting. Okay. All right. Got the Hierophant, the Lovers, King of Cups. So ultimately, I feel like this is kind of binding us to our inner logic, our inner voice, our inner leader. I was really drawn to the Hierophant and the Lovers, personally. And to me, the Hierophant kind of represents like our guides, our inner guide. It could be physical, mental, and listening to that divine plan and making sure that our thoughts and our desires ultimately align with that, and that'll bring us the keys of the kingdom. But we need to stay bound to it. We need to stay interwoven with this force, because logic and intuition, they work hand in hand with the subconsciousness, or the way that our inner mind works. Okay, so it's key to stay in tune with that, right? We can make decisions, and if they don't align with our inner intuition, our inner guide, then it's a wrong choice, completely the wrong choice. We also feel good about those decisions, and just stay true to that. Stay true to that, right? There's healing that can go along with this too, right? This is the Archangel Raphael, the angel of healing. If we think about healing, it's a binding force. It's binding the soul to the body, right? So when we get picked up in the ambulance, they're trying to keep our soul in our body. Trying to keep our souls in our body. They're using that Archangel Raphael force to do that. So the doctor is trying to keep our soul in our body. They're trying to save your life so that the soul remains. What's interesting is that the Hierophant also guides the soul. The Hierophant guides the soul. And the soul is ultimately guided by our intuition, our reasoning, logic, right? These are inner faculties. So we have to feel good about that path too. We have to feel really good about that path. Does anybody have any questions before I log out? I'm probably going to log out soon. No questions? Okay. All right, well, I hope everybody has a great night, and it was fun hanging out for a little bit. And goodbye. All right, KX, I'm gonna log out. I think we had a good time. Good night.